And on this video tutorial, we're going to make the first of several different styles of watermelon stuffies. These are going to be about the size that you would want to put in a bowl, in a dough bowl with, you know, pine cones and other things. Anyways, they're super cute and they're made out of one of my favorite things in the whole world, which I need to get some more of desperately. This is canvas duck fabric from a craft store. You can get it Walmart, Joann's, Hobby Lobby, Amazon, Boca Bargoons, that's a fabric store here, any kind of fabric store. You want to get the thickest, stiffest that you can. We're going to be using two different colors of green for the outside. This one is called Fern. It's Waverly, which is it's a paint that you can buy at Walmart. This one is called Scallion. I love this one. And then I'm using crimson. And I think when I continue on with this idea, we're going to also add some pink polka dots. So it's going to be so super cute. This one's going to be really cute too. And then I'm going to use some of my favorite. These are the ink markers, but you could use chalk paste markers too. So I've been working ahead to get ready, but let me show you the basic stuff. You are going to want to cut a front and a back. Let me get a pencil, because we're going to stuff it with some polyfill. Is that writing? No, let me get a different one. So sorry. Let's see. Here we go. I had another one all ready to go and then I messed it up. So, to me, crafting is always a little experimental. I'm like, I don't know if this is going to work or be cute or be anything that anyone would even want to do or not. Let me know where you're watching from. Feel free to sprinkle, all that normal good stuff. Okay, I'm just going to cut these two out right here. And then I'll show you the other shape. And I'm also going to tell you what the size is. Boy, I can barely see that. I see lots of people hopping on. This is such a cute craft. Oh my goodness. And the idea I have that I want to explore the pink polka dots with is for a big door hanger. So we'll probably be working on that sometime in the very near future. I like the look of red and kind of a bright pink. So this is like a watermelon slice. I'm also going to do this, but let me cut this out because I need one for the back of what I've got going on here. And then I want one to be able to show you what you're going to do. I'm predicting that there will be some watermelon dough bowl stuffies made in the near future by you guys, because oh my gosh, this is going to be so cute. And you can use absolutely any kind of craft paint that you want. It's totally up to you. I'm using what I had on hand. Okay, so these two are going to go together, but I don't want to show you that just yet. And this one is going to go with this one. Okay, so let me tell you what the size is here. This is roughly 4.5 inches wide right here towards the top. It kind of looks like a candy corn shape. 4.5, and then this is 6. So it's 4.5 here by 6. And I didn't have a pattern, I just eyeballed it, okay? And then this one is almost 7 inches right here. And then at the biggest part is 4.5. So right here is 4.5. There's no perfect size or shape. It's just what you feel like doing. Okay. So I'm going to show you the process of painting it first, and then we're going to work on the ones that I have happening here. And it is kind of a multi-step process. You know, that's why I want to do a part 2 or a 3 or a 4 or a 5 or a 6 or something, because there's a lot of steps. Okay, so I'm just taking some of this crimson. Take a big blob. If you guys are watching live, you're probably thinking, wow, this is much later than Hiedi usually goes live. That is because Wednesdays are my Bible study days, even in the summer. And so I don't get home until about 1 o'clock, which leaves me not a ton of time to get prepared. And I like to almost always have prepared what I'm going to do. Okay, and I'm going to put a little bit of this scallion on first. I don't like that brush, it's got something on it. I seriously need some new brushes. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to put a thin line. Let me move this over here. I apologize if you couldn't see for a minute. And when I made the ones that we're going to decorate, it was dry. So I didn't have the red bleeding into my green like I do here. Okay, well, you get the general gist of that. Okay, and then I'm going to use this darker one to do the outside rind. And then what I did, I'll show you the look. Oh goodness, look at all that stuff that just fell off of that. What I did last was I put some of the light green over the top of the dark green, because I wasn't liking how stark it looked. But you know, use the colors that you have on hand, or whatever colors appeal to you for watermelons. You don't have to use this brand. I do love this brand though, it's great. And it's super affordable. Okay, so this is what they were looking like. This is what it looks like now. And basically what I did when it was dry, I just put a very light coat of scallion over the top of the dark green, the fern. But it's still wet, so I'm not going to be able to show you that. Okay, let me get rid of my paintbrushes. If you guys like this project, let me know in the comments, and of course feel free to sprinkle. And yeah. Okay, so we want to put some watermelon seeds on here. And from looking at watermelons, what I'm surmising is that generally they point, in art anyways, up. So they would be pointing up this way, the seeds. Same with this one. They'd be pointing up. And I'm just going to use a pin to do it. And then I'll get out my heating thing and we'll try to dry it. Okay, so I don't know if this is the right size. I guess I'll do a variety of sizes. Now I'm going to color it in. These are like a teardrop shape, like a piece of pizza, or very similar to this slice of watermelon. So let me just finish this up here real quick. That's a terrible seed. These look kind of symmetrical, and I would probably not do them symmetrical. But, you know, this is my first full one that I'm making. And that is when I learn what I like and what I don't like. Oh gosh, I was sort of out of the frame. I'm so sorry. I'll hold it up again in just a second. And we need this to dry to be able to move on to our next step. These don't have to be perfect, by the way. Okay, does it kind of look like a piece of watermelon? My seeds are a little too big, but that's going to be just fine. Okay. I'm going to use my Magnolia Design Company heating tool. You could use a blow dryer. You could use whatever you want. Those sit for a few minutes, and we're going to do the rind on this one, and then we'll see how dry they are to assemble the stuffies. Okay, I'm going to use a black and a white. These are ink, but you could use chalk paste too, because you're not going to ever wash these. And I'm going to do like a little white fine squiggly line in the lighter green part. Dots. Sometimes I do sometimes I do 2 dots. Sometimes I do 3. Okay, so that's what it's looking like. And then we're doing something very similar in the darker green area with a black marker. And I'm going to try very hard not to put my fingers in the white. I'm just priming my pen over here to get the ink flowing. And you can, if you feel like it's too light, you can come back and go over it. You see what I'm doing? And this, I don't know what your opinion is so far, but this is going to be so super cute once it's stuffed. I promise. And it's absolutely not hard. You do not need a pattern. If you can do a circle and cut it in half, that's basically what this is, or cut it in a fourth, that's basically what that is, and you just round the corners. Okay, this one's going to get seeds, but you know what? I learned something doing this one. They're going to be much smaller seeds, and I'll do those off camera. Let's do the squiggles on this one, and then we'll do we're going to add like a white line inside of each one of these little seeds, watermelon seeds. Tell me, and give me some watermelon emojis in the comments if you like this, if you think it's a cute idea. You could go all the way around your piece of watermelon with the black if you wanted. Ooh, I almost smeared that. And if you get a smear, don't worry, you can just paint over the top of it. Oh, look at all the watermelons! I just get such a kick out of this kind of thing. I hope you guys aren't sick of Stuffies, because they are seriously my favorite thing. And we're gonna do a big watermelon stuffy door hanger that'll be this shape. We're going to be doing that possibly sometime in the next 2 weeks. Okay, let me dry this just a little bit so I don't mess it up. I'm hoping to get it dry enough that we can make a stuffy out of this one while you're here with me. Oh goodness. Okay, and then to make the little watermelon seeds cute, I'm just doing like a not a super sharp jiggle. It's like a letter C, but not as arched. And I'm doing it all on the same side so it looks almost like shading. I'll hold this up in just a second. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. And I could come back and do a line, a little line, dot, dot, dot around the whole thing. But for time's sake, because I want you to see this stuffed, we're not going to. So, tell me, oh, Susie says it's so stinking cute. Thank you. I have not done watermelons before. I don't think I've done any kind of watermelon crafts. Sorry, this is boring, I know. They're cute, aren't they? Canvas stuck. Yeah, Lisa's asking. Okay, it's canvas stuck. I painted the red with this Waverly paint from Walmart. It's in the craft section. This color is crimson. Then I did a row of Scallion. And then I did on the very outside this darker one called Fern. And I put a little bit of the Scallion over the top of it when it was dry. And that kind of made it look more like a watermelon because it's not just a solid band of color. Let me just get this dry and then we'll glue it. My tan looks great, thank you. If I was just crafting here by myself, I would put these outside in the yard on a piece of cardboard to dry. I just don't want to mess them up. They feel pretty dry. Let me give it one more little shot and then we'll do this stuffy. Okay, and let me tell you my idea, and maybe I'll do it on this one, except I want them to go together. My idea for the big door hanger is to do it like this, basically, but in this shape, but much bigger, and to have big pink polka dots before I put the seeds on. I think that would look adorable. Okay. So I have my low temperature hot gluing device out and I have some fluff all ready to go. I'm not painting the back, but you certainly could if you want. That's totally up to you. We're going to glue it together and then I will come back and trim it. Because here's what happens. When you paint your canvas deck, it's going to shrink up a little bit as it dries. So these were once exactly the same size, but they aren't anymore. And I'm going to leave this part right here open so we can stuff it right there. Our big one that we're going to make sometime in the next 2 weeks for the front door, I will spray it with clear matte sealer spray when it's done, a couple of coats. It's not going to actually get rain on our front door, but Georgia is hot and humid, really humid, oh my goodness. Okay, yay, I didn't appear to ruin it. Okay, so let me trim. It is easier to trim whatever excess off before you stuff it. This is a watermelon in case you're not unable to recognize what it is. It's a slice of watermelon for summer. And you can do this project. Really, the main thing that you need is the canvas duck. And you can do this project with any kind of paint in reds and greens. It does not specifically have to be this brand. Okay, I am using this Polyfill Crafter's Choice, 20 ounces. It says ideal for doll making. The reason why I like this Polyfill so much is because it's really stiff. And so it holds its shape. And I get mine at Walmart. Okay, where did I put my little hole? Right here. Put my fill in the corners. While I can still get my finger in there. And then we'll fill up the center. What are you guys thinking? Isn't that cute? If you don't happen to like stuffies or flowers, don't give up on this channel, because I do a huge variety of projects. Like we just made earrings, we made silverware pouches, we made tassels. I don't do stuffies every single day, I promise. And I also don't use stencils every single day. We're not using any stencils in this project. Okay, I'm going to use my pencil to cram that down there. All right, and now I just want to get it in as best as I can so that I can glue this little spot closed. You could put some clear matte silver spray on it if I really wanted to, but I don't think it necessarily needs it. Okay, so this is why I'm using a low temperature hot glue device. Frequently you'll push some of the fluff out when you're trying to, glue it closed. And if that fluff gets the hot glue on it, and it's a real hot glue, it will get stuck on your fingers. Like, look, it's stuck on my fingers, and it will seriously burn you. What do you think? Wouldn't this be super cute in a bowl? I don't have a dough bowl. Oh, I do have a dough bowl in here. It's not styled, and it's not really even a dough bowl. It's along the worker basket. But it will give you some ideas what we're doing. I would probably make, and this would be stuffed also. I might put that in the center and, fiddle around with it. Alternatively, you could make it as like a little door hanger thing. You could put it on a stand. So give me some watermelons in the comments, some of those cute little watermelon emojis if you like this. And what I'm going to do off camera with this one is I'm going to do the seeds, but I'm going to do them smaller because I really think these are too big. But I was learning. And then I'll glue it together and I'll get pictures of it tonight. Corn on the cob stuffies. Oh my gosh, that would be adorable. Absolutely adorable. Who said that? Dixie, no. Yeah, Dixie said it. Dixie Smith. That's a great idea. So be looking for some more watermelons. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. The only things that I really used from MagnoliaDIY.com are my heating device, but you can use a blow dryer, or whatever you have handy. I did use these pins. And they have a couple different packages of pins, but I tell you what, these are my favorite because you get, I must have one of the wrong ones. Here, this one goes down here. You get 4 ink and 4 chalk paste. And I do believe, if you're watching me live today, that this is temporarily out of stock, but tons of you guys have these. So you're going to get 4 inks. The ink in these pens have a black body, and 4 chalk pastes, which have a white body. Silver, gold, white, and black. And those are the most versatile colors. But they do have several other fun packages that are chalk paste. This one's called Metallic, and this one is called Earth. And there's one more that I don't have. Those pins are like under $15, and they're fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous crafting essential. So do you guys think I should put something around the edge of this or just leave it plain? Tell me what you think. Oh, and sprinkle, sprinkle if you want. If you want the complete supply list, I'll include the names of the colors for you. These are from Walmart. I can't really think what else to do, but I so appreciate you watching. Hamburgers, corn on the cob, and watermelon is what Dixie Smith says. That would be so adorable. Okay, Lynn says to leave the edge of this plain, and I think so too. But when I do this one, I'm going to do smaller seeds, and when I do this one, I'm going to do smaller seeds. But I'm going to put the little white line in the in each one of the seeds. I think that adds a lot. Oh, I'm seeing several people say leave this blank. Do you mean this? I could stuff this and leave it just like that with no seeds in it? Is that what you mean? Rosemary, I'll get you the complete list as soon as I'm finished here. I gotta write down the names. But I don't expect you to remember this. This is sort of like a cooking channel, but we're doing crafts. And wouldn't you be frustrated if you watched somebody make a recipe that looked fabulous, and then they didn't give you the recipe? They didn't tell you what they used. So that's why I always make a supply list, giving the names and everything. But you don't have to have this. You can use any green you want. And you can use any canvas duck that you want. Seedless melon. Okay. Stencil a word on the big piece. Oh, that's a cute idea. Okay, I'll have to hunt through my stencils and see what I have. It would be a seedless watermelon, Diane says. Oh, stencil sweet on it. I do have some summer words. That is a fabulous idea. So I will work on this tonight. I'll get pictures of the completed project. I'll let you know what I end up doing to it. And if you missed the beginning of the video, as soon as it's not live anymore, you can come back and watch the replay from the start. Okie dokie. Thanks for joining me. Have a blessed and wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.